Sir Class, my name is Cadet James Peterson. I'll be conducting a mission brief and acting as First Squad Leader, 2nd Platoon, Bravo Company. Our mission is to conduct a squad ambush along Route 345 with an enemy North Torbian force moving north along Route 345. Now, as far as our organization goes, we have our assault element here. They're Grenadier, Automatic Rifleman, Bravo Team Leader, Squad Leader, an AT-4, and a Rifleman. Now, the AT-4, we have two of them, are attached to the assault element and attached gun team with another AT-4. So we have two AT-4s, and we have 3 Claymores as well. Those are our attached elements. Our security elements is going to be Alpha Team. Alpha Team is here and here. You can see along the forks in the road, I placed the security teams. This is just so we can see any enemy movement from the north or the south, and they can clearly identify them and notify the squad leader of any movement. Step 1, notification. So once Alpha Team Leader or the Automatic Rifleman notices the North Torbian force moving along Route 345 into the kill zone, he's going to notify them once they get to about this fork in the road. He's going to notify the squad leader either through comms, light signal, whatever he has available to him at the moment. If he doesn't have comms, then it's going to be a light signal. Once that notification is going to be given, the squad leader gets ready to conduct the assault. Step 2, the initiation technique. The squad leader signals to the AT-4 to commence fire once the enemy enters the kill zone. So they said this is a mounted force, so we have likely a vehicle moving through the kill zone. So the AT-4 is going to start the attack with the ambush. Initiate the AT-4 onto the vehicle, destroy the greatest threat first with that vehicle. Once that happens, the squad leader will also initiate the 2 Claymores with 1 Claymore in reserve for a later mission, just to mask the effects of fire on the enemy. means of suppression. The squad leader, once the Claymores are initiated, will then conduct fires on the enemy. He will take the first shot, and then the gun team and the assault element will follow. Now, the crew serve weapons. We're going to have, at first, rapid rate of fire for 2 seconds in between 6 to 9 round bursts. That's for one minute, and then we're going to move into sustained until the squad leader calls that shift fire. The main priority for those crew serves, so the AR and gun 1, are going to be in other crew serves, officers, and such. Process of assault. Before the assault element moves through the kill zone, he's going to initiate a signal to the gun team to shift fire. So they're going to lift fire, shift fire from TRP to TRP. This is to avoid fratricide and protect our guys. Then the squad leader will initiate bounding overwatch through the kill zone and up to the LOA. So he's going to move all of this assault element through to this LOA, 35 meters beyond the road. This is bounding overwatch before the assault element moves through. However, he's going to initiate a signal to the gun team after they've shifted fire to cease fire once they move through and they're ready to move. Squad leader is going to bound his team forward in teams of 3. Clearing through the objective. Like I said, we're going to move the assault element through the LOA. Gun team will cease fire, so no fratricide. Through the LOA, 35 meters beyond to avoid any grenades and such, things like that. After they have reached the LOA, squad leader will send out the EPW team, which in this case is going to be Bravo Team, Grenadier, and Rifleman, so we can still have access to Bravo Team Leader, which is going to conduct accountability through the release point. Once the EPW team reports back to the squad leader with a notification of enemy equipment and such, squad leader is going to initiate the withdrawal. Your first call out red. The EPW team stays, so the Grenadier and the Rifleman are going to stay on the LOA, get ready to blow up any enemy equipment. The rest of the team will funnel through, kill zone, bounding back to the near side, through the release point. Bravo Team Leader will count them off here at the release point, and they will funnel through the release point back, get accountability. At this point as well, the gun team will shift from a tripod to a bipod. Now, squad leader is going to call out white. Support element which is the gun team, moves through the choke point. Squad leader will count them off. Through the release point, Bravo team leader will count them off and stay at the release point until further instruction. Lastly, squad leader is going to call out blue. This signals the security elements either through comms or the light signal to funnel through the choke point up to the release point and get out of there. After that's conducted, this EPW team will demo any enemy equipment with C4 and then funnel through the checkpoint. Squad leader will check them off, and the squad leader will be last through the release point. Bravo team leader will count them off. Now, once we get through the release point, the squad leaders, we have finished the assault, the ambush, and Bravo team leader counted off the squad leader. The most important thing is men, weapons, and equipment. First, take accountability of every man. Make sure we have everybody. Weapons and equipment, make sure we have that extra Claymore and the extra AT4, which we did not use and we're going to use that for future missions to hold out in reserve. Lastly, equipment. So make sure we have nods, anything like that, proper equipment. And at this point, everyone is funneled through the choke point, through the release point, likely back to the patrol base. This is where we regather ourselves, prepare for the next mission, do whatever we need to do to stay in the fight. Sir, class, this concludes my brief.